So these are the topics. So the topic is the art of making friends in teens with autism spectrum disorders. As you all know, autism spectrum disorder now lives in DSM-5. We divide it into two component of areas of difficulties. The first one is social communication, and the other one is repetitive behavior and rigidity, autistic mannerism, we called it. So these two areas, if it's severe autism, severe autistic disorder, they might lack of these two components and need very substantial support. So in my slides also I'll explain a little bit more on the autism spectrum disorders. Spectrum means it's in continuum, so it can be a high functioning autism, can be moderate autism, or it can also be low functioning autism, to make it more clear. Okay, so these are the continuum, like I said, the autism spectrum disorder divided into 3 levels. So the first one is high functioning autism, where this group of children who are in autism, high functioning autism, needs only like a less support, okay, from the parents or doctors, because they only need support in certain part of the areas. So probably in social communication, because some children with high functioning autism are lack in making friends and poor in communicate with adults and so on. They do not have much problem in repetitive behavior or rigidity. Okay? So level 2 in the spectrum, so they need requiring substantial support. So they might have a deficit in verbal or non-verbal social communication, and a little bit on repetitive behavior. And it might observe, you can see obvious repetitive behavior that the children might have. In level 3, in the continuum, so we have severe autism, or we also call it low functioning autism. So for low functioning autism, they might also have problem with academic, okay, because they are lack in social communication and also having quite a severe repetitive behavior, which impact their daily functioning in terms of schooling, friendships, making friends, or in terms of how we call it, urus diri. Okay, so these group of children might need very substantial support from the parents, especially. Can occur through multiple reasons. For example, when the friend seen that a child is a bit awkward, socially awkward or weird. Okay, so these things have been judged by their peers. So as you all know, ASD having some kind of rigidity and repetitive behavior, so that might seen by their peers, so it's considered weird by their friends. Socially, it's also can be seen by when the child trying to make friends, try to communicate with a group of friends, he or she might started to barge into the conversation, like interfere during the social interaction between a group of people. So that might also not liked by their friends. They might also have problems in behavior and emotion regulation. So, or another reason is that the behavior might also appear to be a bit impulsive, means that they don't think before they act. So they just do something they think that is okay to do, but not okay from their friends' perspective. They might also talk excessively with little notice interest of other people, because they are lacking of social cognition, or we call it theory of mind. They also try to make jokes with no one laughing. So they think that the jokes is funny, so they try to make jokes. So these are the multiple reasons why they get rejected frequently. Okay. Okay, so social difficulties among teens with ASD is the problem. So in the teens, in young people with ASD, friendships is important. Okay, so majority of teens are able to develop and maintain meaningful relationship, but there are also 1/3 of teens do not have close friends. So most of them are struggling with social challenges, shyness, anxiety or behavior problem or other issues. So these social skills actually can be learned. Okay, uh, I want to bring approach that I learned during my PhD. So it's actually social skills has been done research many years ago, but we come up with like social learning approach. So these are the approach that we use in our research. So the first thing that a person, whether you're having ASD or whether you're having social learning problems or you're trying to make friends, so the first thing that you need to know is you need to master is that social knowledge. So social knowledge is important, where you need to know how to talk to a group of friends, to go in, or we call it slip in into a social interaction or social conversation with a group of people. So social knowledge is important. And then after social knowledge, you should start to aware. You need to know where to look. You need to know where to look in the eyes, for example. So children with ESD lack of making eye contact. So, and then where to focus your attention when you're talking. And after social awareness, after the child know what to do and then aware of the surrounding, aware of the other person you're talking to, they also need to understand or interpret the social signals. So when you're talking, you have to focus also on the non-verbal communication, the facial expression of the person, which falls under the social cognition. Okay, so as I mentioned before, social cognition here means theory of mind, where the child need to know how to read not other people's mind, but to read the social signals that the other person shows. Okay, so that's under social cognition. And then we go to social experience. So in social experience, after you master, you have lots of skills, you know the rules of social behavior, and then you need to also know how to mix in a conversation. So you practice. Okay, you do certain practice in school, at home, with your neighborhood friends, and then practicing frequently in different situations. So after you get better in this, you start to have social motivation. We don't have it here. So, but there's social motivation here will make you more likely to seek social situations and become better at the social skills. So social skills, after you have completed everything, then you have mastered the social skills.